What's going on, guys? I'm back at you again, and we're gonna do what we always do and break down this game, or these games, I should say, from the weekend. And it looks like they're back to kind of where they've been. This was a Whoa, excuse me. This was a predictable week. A lot of things went as planned. Not too many upsets. I think there were a couple, but for the most part, the better ranked teams won this week, for the most part. But other than that, let's get right to it. We'll break down as much as we can, and we'll go from there. Excuse me, I keep losing my voice. Alright, let's get that set here. Alright, so the first play, it's going to be the Saquon Barkley touchdown. You're going to notice this defensive end is just going to come all the way here and just latch on and play patty cake. He's not going to try to spin off. He's not going to try to fight. He's just going to latch on and just like go like this with him. Like no one does that. And then this guy is going to backpedal and end up back here. Same with Dexter Lawrence, the biggest, strongest guy. They're both going to get pushed back. And then you're going to see this guy just sit and fit into a block instead of trying to go around and make a tackle. That's what you're going to see there. And then this guy's going to fit into a block. And then this guy's going to just hide. And then this guy's going to just bad angle, blocked. That's what's going to happen, guys. And I want you guys to see it in slow-mo, like always. See? Exactly what I said happened. Look at all these guys. Look at this. Look at this DN, not even fighting to get off. Look at him. No one does this. Like, right when you see, right now, Saquon's cutting left. This guy should be spinning off of this to make the tackle as that's happening, because you can see that happening. But he just doesn't. He just sits on the block, holds on to him, almost like they're talking to each other. And then back here, you see what I said? Exactly what I said happened. They're all just back there. You're going to see this guy just completely fit in the wrong place. He gets blocked because he runs into it. And then the safety back here is just in la-la land. That's the best way to put it. But basically, Saquon cuts back and runs through this car-sized hole right through there, right up the sideline. Gone. Because there's no one there. No one is caring to stop the play from happening. Or they were told to. Probably the latter. And he runs right through it. And then look at the safety, 27. What kind of an angle is that? And why didn't you pursue him? Why did you, like, dip your head and, like, stop like that? Because it wasn't real. That's why. Hey, we can see it from this angle. So you look at this DN. Look how far upfield he is. Look at the lack of effort. Now look at how far back this defensive tackle is, guys. Look at him. I know it's a double team, but like I always say, when a double team comes, you're supposed to cause a pile. Right here, there would be a big pile right here if you know you're getting double teamed. You'd have 3 fat guys on the ground, and Saquon would have to bounce it outside, right? That way, left, or he'd have to bounce it right because there'd be a huge pile of fat men there. Or try to hurdle it, but by then that gives the guys time to get there. But he just keeps driving back and letting these guys push him back. And then just watch Saquon do the rest. And the other guys just act like idiots. Look at this safety up here. This safety gets caught in the wash. And then look at this safety. What is that, 27? I know it's Saquon Barkley, but you got to run full speed at him. You can't just sit up there and let him go, have a two-way go on you. That's what's going to happen to you every time. Play action. Look at the lack of a rush, guys. The Niners, they're not rushing at all. Even the blitzers didn't fully rush. They fell so hard on that play action, and they sit in no man's land and guard no one. Look at this. No one even looks at the back. He slips out. Look at this. No one even looks at the back. The back crossed his face, and he didn't even look left. He's still just looking at the quarterback. Like, instead of just looking what's around you, maybe you would have seen that. It's really stupid. Let's go to this view. Watch how they just Look at him. Let's stop right here. Look at this guy. Look at this moron. Look at this idiot right here. The running back was here, guys. And then he went out like that. And look at this guy. He doesn't even pay him any mind at all. Look at him. He's not looking at him. You can see he's not looking. He's looking at the quarterback. He's got eyes straight on the quarterback. That's it. And that's why. This guy, he's supposed to be sprinting over there to go cover that. Not looking at the quarterback. What is looking at the quarterback doing for you? And besides nothing. A whole lot of nothing. And also, guys, he has an open receiver. I just noticed it. This guy right here is wide open, guys. If you look at the yard distance, look at this. He's all the way back here. Look at this. 5. He's almost 10 yards away. This guy back here is 10 yards away, guys. There's no way he's going to make a play on this pass. I do see someone's in CJ's face, but if he saw this earlier, this guy's wide open. But then again, the only reason he's wide open, I just noticed it, there's a sniper out here. Dude got sniped on the field, and that's why he's wide open. Otherwise, he probably would have been right on him right here. But the point I'm trying to make is CJ just didn't see that one. They got a big play anyhow because the 49ers didn't play defense, and a player got sniped on top of it. But that's a big play that he missed. I want to see it as it goes now. See, he's still wide open, but he goes for the short pass, which ends up being big anyway because the linebacker just doesn't play defense. All right, let's go to the next play. Let's go from here. So another play action. Free releases, guys. They're just letting him run up the field untouched. And then also, guys, I want you guys to see this right here. They're all playing cover 3. So what should happen is this guy should keep going deep, right? This guy deep middle. And then this guy's got the deep third over here. That's what should happen. What didn't happen, what actually happened was this. He went deep middle. And instead of this guy going deep middle, he stopped right here. So now this guy runs his post in behind him. Right behind him. Touchdown, probably. I don't know what happens on this, but the fact that this corner right here stops his coverage in the middle of a cover 3, deep third, for some reason he just stops. And don't tell me it's because he's going to cover this guy, because this guy takes him. So I don't want to hear that. Anyone that says that, you're going to get just blocked real quick. This is a cover 3, and this number 0 guy just doesn't play it. If he plays cover 3 and back here, he gets a pick on the ball, or at least a play on it. Maybe he bats it down. I don't know. Well, let's see how this plays out. But I'm pretty sure that's what's supposed to happen and what didn't happen with the cornerback. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happens. Yep, he stops right here. You see him, he stops, and then he speed turns to get back where he was supposed to be anyway. Now, if he was where he was supposed to be, he gets an interception. It's sad because I know I'm right. The corner runs back and speed turns back forward anyway. See number 0? See how late he is? He's what, 5, 10 yards away, guys. Those, 3 steps that he took to stop running and turn and speed run anyway to the same direction? I don't get it. He clearly left that zone on purpose. This is what they get paid to do. I don't know how you guys don't see it. You're not going to fool me. I know you played your coverage improperly on purpose. All right, let's go to the next play here. T. Higgins, one-on-one. Corner plays press but doesn't press, doesn't get hands-on. And he's probably going to get beat. Even though the Jets won, he actually looked back for the ball, but it's too late. He runs to the outside shoulder instead of going to the target of where the ball is going. Wow, imagine that. All right, let's look at the next play. The blowout here. I thought this would be a better game. I was wrong about that, but I knew the Bills would win. So this is just an inside zone in the middle. Look at the D tackle. All right, so this D tackle, let's go a little further up. Right here. All right, so let's go right here. See this D tackle right here? He chooses the inside A gap. So now that allows this guy to seal him off. And that's the play right there. And this defensive end, both guys just take themselves out of the play. Now these guys can just block you off. Block you off. Now he's got a hole right in there. Now this linebacker, I'm assuming this linebacker gets hit by this pulling guard. Because this guard's going to pull in here. And I'm assuming this linebacker runs into this block. And that's what happens. I can't explain what happens to these three guys. These three guys should have made the tackle. Maybe actually those two guys, because this guy is probably going to get blocked right here. But now you got this guy and this guy. And you technically have this guy, but unless he gets cut off right here. So you have two guys that can make a tackle. This guy should be able to make a tackle. And this guy, they should be closing in and making a play there. But I don't think that's what happens. We're going to find out. Let's find out. Yep, he gets sealed off. He gets the puller. Oh, there it is. The safety falls on his face. You saw it, guys? What I said happened. Everything I said that I drew up happened. But right here it is. This safety right here just takes a dive. Instead of locating and wrapping up into the running back, he takes a dive right here. Somewhere right there. And that's where the play breaks down. Everything got blocked up perfectly, but it was mainly because the defensive tackle picked the side and got sealed off and made a huge hole. That's what initially caused the play to get busted open. And then everyone else just followed suit. Look at him, falls down. That's all that was, guys. I explained that thoroughly for you. No one's following gaps and run fits that they're supposed to be in. That's what's going on here. Well, let's see what happens on this play. Oh, this is the Andy Dalton play, right? He throws it right at him. Let's see it. Throws it right at him, guys. That's all it is. No, he was trying to throw the screen pass. They're running a screen, the fanboy says, right? He was trying to throw to the guy behind him. Shut up, okay? Shut up. You could have gone sidearm this way, sidearm that way, up and over, right? Nope. Instead, he goes right at him. So I'm not hearing that, guys. There were 3 different ways you could have gone to get this ball to him. And the sad part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got guys to block. This could have been a big time play. Block. 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 Blocked. Everyone's blocked up. He gets the ball up the sideline, up the middle. It depends. He has to read it, but everyone is blocked up if they can do it. But Andy Dalton makes the business decision and decides, I want to keep being a backup and keep getting paid in this league, so I'm going to do what I'm told and throw it right at the defense. And that's what he did, man. And then he dives on his face to make matters worse than they already are. You gotta love that. All right, let's go to the next play. All right, Huntley was holding down the fort, did a decent job. He looked kind of like Lamar in flashes here and there. Obviously not as fast. But like he was able to hold down the fort, and they didn't have to change their complete offense for their backup because their backup plays similarly. See, like a pass like that, Lamar gets a little bit more zip on it. But with this, you could tell there was just no type of pass rush at all. The Bears brought no one with intensity. Look at this. No, like this is a backup. He has all this time back there. You got guys standing up. This is literally double coverage, and he still gets open. But that's courtesy of the D-line not playing real defense and not really trying to rush the passer. That's what that really was, guys. All right, let's go to the next play. Oh, this is a Snoop Huntley scramble, isn't it? Yep. So the D linemen all run by him, guys. No one contains their gaps. Look at this. No one contains their gaps at all. Runs by him. Runs by him. 55 goes way too far upfield. Way too far upfield. And then he's by his lonesome. So the quarterback's going to run right through there. Gone. What should have happened is, whoops. What really should have happened is this. Nose tackle. This guy's the only person that's sitting in the right spot. So he should have been there. This guy should have been here. 55 should have been here. 49, his target area should have been around here. And then this guy right here should have been about here. That's why it's called a pocket. You want to make a pocket, right? So now what happens now? Now a linebacker can fill this gap. Another linebacker can fill that gap, right? Now your safety can fill there, and then the other safety can fill there, and then you forget you got your corner to fill there, and then your other corner out here. That's how you play football. That's how you guarantee rush lanes are covered. This isn't what you're taught to do, because when you do this, now the quarterback can run anywhere. Now linebackers have way too much gaps to fill. The gaps become car sizes. You can't cover that as a human being, especially guys that are this fast. So like this is what you're supposed to do. Like I don't get it, man. Now you run all the way up here, and now these holes, look at the size of this hole right here from there to there. Look at the size of that. Now from here to there, look at the size of that. It's ginormous. You can't work with it. Like I don't get it. I just don't know. I don't know how people think this is real. I see it right away. And he runs right through. No rush lane integrity. And no one's even trying to try or pretend to try. And then he runs into his back, probably because he wasn't supposed to score on that one. It was probably a parlay for someone else. Yeah, we could see it better from this angle. I can explain it better from here, what I was saying before. They all just come way too far upfield. See? 99. What are you doing, 99? Why are you doing that? This guy back here, this is just all wrong, guys. They got 6. They brought 6. I couldn't even see the 6th guy because they're so close to each other. There's no spacing. So this D tackle should have been right here. 99, you want to shoot that gap? Fine. 99's there. This guy should have been further back. This guy is, see how far out this guy is? Look how far from this guy to this guy is. Just look at that distance. Anyone can run through there. This guy right here should have been here. You understand me? So if he's there, now guess what? This guy that's right here would be where this guy is. You understand me? So now Tyler has to run out this way because there's no space in here. Do you understand that? That's what you want to do. You want to force him to run to the sideline. You can't let him run through the heart of the defense. It's a straight line to the end zone. You want him to run outward because it takes a longer angle to the end zone. You want to push him to the sideline, to the pylon. Longer run. Make him run the width of the field, not straight north and south. That's never what you would want. So this is just all wrong. Alright. Do a couple more here. Let's see from this angle what's going on with this play. Looks like a whole line fall started, but they had the Jets winning, so they didn't care. Bad tackling. Look at that tackle, or lack thereof. This is just this is a day one play. I don't know how you missed that tackle. That's just him sliding down, not wrapping up, and then 27 just takes a crap angle. That's all that is, guys. It's just lack of wanting to tackle. And then this, I can't even say enough about this. This is just Dillon Gabriel being a moron. So the blocking was good all game here, guys. He had great blocking all game. Anyone that says otherwise, you're full of it. And the Patriots actually helped him on this play. The Patriots helped him on this play. Look at the defensive end, guys. Defensive end crashes inside. They only rush 3, or no, that's 4. 2 guys right next to each other. And then this guy doesn't really rush. Now Gabriel gets what he wants. He gets to roll left. That's what he's wanting to do. And he actually could have ran this for a first down, but instead he wanted to throw this up in double coverage. Didn't even make a read, because the read here would be run it for the first. Instead, he throws it up, airmails it in double coverage. The one time he should have ran, he doesn't run. Look at this. They all have his back face to him. Run this. Run it. Run it. Or throw it to this guy. Anything but this. And even, guys, he even had a guy open. I just realized. He had another guy open. It's like he just doesn't have good eyes. His eyes are just not good. Wide open, guys. He could have came to the flat. Anything but what he did would have been better. I'm sorry. Airmailing it up in double coverage. Bracketed. Like this. No ball placement. Just a prayer. This is, you know what this is? This is you playing in your backyard. You got one of your most athletic friends, right? You're playing quarterback and you're just throwing it up in the yard and praying that he gets it on everyone else. That's what that was. We're reduced to watching a high school style offense when we watch the Cleveland Browns. And the coach just doesn't want to move on. We all know why. Whether it's racial, whether it's anything else, doesn't matter what the reason is. It's bull. And we all know it. If any of us were in that situation, we'd be pissed. We'd all want a shot. But he's just not going to get his fair shot, guys. It's just the way it goes. It's just the way it is. That's life. Life isn't fair, man. But he was brought up for this, man. You don't think Deion raised him for this? Deion made him like this. Deion made him unbreakable. Deion conditioned him. Deion embedded this in his head. Like, they're going to try to break you down. You're my son. You got to be built for this moment. And I really think the kid is, man. I just think everyone's underestimating him. And he really was brought up by a legend. And he really is a gamer. And they just won't let it happen. They just will not. I don't think Shedeur is going to end up playing this year the way it looks right now. The disdain for him by his coach is just, you can't say it's not there. He hates the guy. For better or for worse, he hates him. But let's see what happens on this play. Probably do a couple more. This might be the last play, actually. Alright, so now, look at this. Look at the size of that hole right there. Both sides were huge. And then it's just bad tackling. Same thing this is. So the Jets and the Bengals were trading turns, not tackling and giving up big runs. That's all that was. Alright, we won't end on that one. That looked like a false start. Lineman falls back a little bit. And still, look at this guy. Look at the right side. This guy trips. And then this guy still can't make the tackle. How? 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 Your matchup fell backwards and it gave you a open shot to hit the running back and you didn't take it. You acted like you weren't able to get there. How is that real? I want someone to really explain how that could be possibly real. In what world, in what universe? I need to see this from this angle. You guys need to see how the stupidity of this play. Look at 51, guys. Right here, look at him. Like, how, bro? How? This guy falls back. You have a straight go with the running back. And you can't get there? Yeah, guys, this will be the last play because it's starting to do that thing. But I want to at least show this play. I don't know what happened. All right, here we go. Look at it. Look at 51. Falls back. What is he doing? What is he doing? It's like he's not even paying attention. And then fall on my face, but hit my guy down and have sex with him? It's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? How could you say this is real football? Maybe we can end on a good one, if there's such thing. So it was just a lot of blowouts. What happens on this play? Just no tackling, bad angles. More of the same, just bad angles, no tackling, and he tight ropes this one. That's all it is, and no one pushes him out of bounds there. Nothing special, guys. They're just letting things happen. Wonder if... Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see if there's something we can end on. Yeah, let's do some of this Pittsburgh. Let's end on this Pittsburgh play right here. Well, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. So the defensive end crashes inside. More of the same. Look at him. Look how far inside TJ Watt goes. So they're giving up a big play here, guys. They're definitely giving up a big play here. How do I know that? Because TJ Watt went all the way. Well, whoever this is, it might not be TJ Watt. Whoever this left end is, he goes all the way in here. And then this guy goes there. They're all just going inside. But the defensive end literally went all the way inside. So that allows the quarterback to roll out because there's no one there. And it gives him all the time to just survey and do whatever he wants. It's ridiculous. What should have happened is this guy should have contained the edge. And then when the quarterback rolls out, you can actually get him or at least push him back inside of the pocket. But to just crash inside like this and just give up the edge, it makes me sick to my stomach. And the average fan doesn't notice stuff like that at all. Watch this guy. He's the reason why this play happens. Look at that. What are you doing in there? You know you're not supposed to be in there. You did that on purpose to give the edge to allow him to throw the ball up. And then the DB does it. Look at how he tries to play the ball. Instead of high pointing it, he acts like, oh, I'm trying to jump up and bat it down. No, you weren't. You're trying to make it. You're trying to pretend that you were trying to jump up and get it for the crowd. So it looks good to us that you're trying to get the ball. But if you're really trying to get the ball, you'll just keep running back and put both hands up at it and catch it instead of jumping back and swiping and missing. It's stupid, guys. But week 8's in the books, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to join me for week 9. Also, don't forget to like down there. It's very easy to do. It helps a lot. And we'll keep breaking these videos down. And I'll join you again. And I hope you join me next week.